Hey, hi all. Uh, very good morning. So let's start the session. And yeah, let me share the screen first. Before that, let me close this unwanted windows. Okay. Now, let me share the screen first. Now, yeah, guys. So taking forward from the last class, in the last class, I explained you the major difference between artificial intelligence, like how the artificial intelligence is implemented, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI, right? Now, we are going to look at deeply into the generative AI today. And as I told you, I'm going to write a small code so that you will understand how easy it is working with generative AI. It is damn easy, guys. Okay. Now, only thing is that you have to believe in yourself that I can do it. Then nothing can stop you. That's for sure. Okay. Now, let's see this. I will explain you the difference between that. And before going further, I just want to let you know that today will be our last class of the demo. And from tomorrow, the link will get changed. And the people who got enrolled for this course, they will be getting it. And we will be continuing with our classes. That's it. Okay. And all these notes who are enrolled, all these notes, all these things, I'm going to put it in a drive and I will share it with you. And if you still have some queries and where you are not being addressed by our admin people, so please feel free to call me on my number, that is 8179591032. This is again, I'm in India, so this you have to add it +91. If you are calling from somewhere outside, sorry, 91. Okay, like this. This is my number, and you're most welcome to call me whenever after this demo. If you are not enrolling also, it's up to you. You can just call me. But one request is that, see, sometimes I will be very busy. I may not take the call because most of the time I will be getting like all offers and all those things with. So I just when I'm in the class, I may not take the class call, or when I'm in the meetings, I may not take the calls. Please leave a WhatsApp message. This is my WhatsApp number. Say that this is so and so. I have some query. I want to talk to you. Then I will definitely call you back. That's for sure. But only thing is that immediately I may not take up the calls. So don't think in other way. Maybe some people will think that he's just giving the number and is not picking the calls. But this is the reason why. Okay. Now, just going back to the things. Now, like artificial intelligence, I told you, like you are making the machines intelligent enough to behave like humans, exactly like humans. Okay, that is what is called as artificial intelligence. Okay, next one is this artificial intelligence can be implemented in the four different ways. One is machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and agentic AI. And this is introduced by a gentleman called as, we call it as, coined the term, first time used by a gentleman called as John McCarthy, and in the year 1956. Ever since that time, 1956, when he introduced the term, since then, the constant development was happening. It's not that they all of a sudden in the 2000 they came up. They were constant evolution was happening. But the real implementations, and the results were seen in 2000. Okay. Now, like you can take it as artificial intelligence with machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and this. So our course majorly concentrate on these two. Okay. Now, of course, this is also I'm going to give it, because if you want to keep some experience of 5 years or so, this you should have it. Okay. Now, machine learning, as I gave it over here, machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that allows the machines to extract intelligence from the data by itself without explicitly programmed. That is, you can, whatever data you are giving, it will extract the knowledge from that, and it will start behaving it. And like as I told you yesterday, you can give some patient's details, it will act like an doctor. If you are giving some like stock details, it will act like a stock expert, stock market expert. There are so many applications are powered with the AI as of now. And there are like there is like if you are training the data, you are giving the data like a bank information. Now it can work as a bank assistant, also providing all the information to the customer. Okay, based on the it's based on the questions what they ask, they will give you the answers for that. That's the way it will be working for them. This all is a small task. But when it comes to a bit of complicated task, dealing with the images, dealing with the text data, that is being then that cannot be handled with this one. Okay, we can't handle with this one. So we have something called as deep learning. Now this deep learning works on the just like how our brain is designed. Based on that concept, it works like neurons and neural network and all those things, it will be used. The deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence which is considered as a subset of the machine learning. Now deep learning uses the artificial neural network based on the biological neural network, which is human brain, to solve the complex problems. Okay. Now this, it specially deals with the computer vision and natural language processing. In this case, you will make the computer understand and recognize the images. It will recognize the images. And in this case, you are making the computer to understand your language. Okay, it will understand the language and it is going to get it. Now the best example is now you can see this one. If you see a Google Assistant or a Google over here, if you check it out. Okay, I will give it as Google. So, Google.com. Now here it is there. Here, if I give it a mic is there, search by voice. This is an NLP, an example of NLP. Just see this. Please provide me some mobile phones which are under 25,000. Now it is giving me. Got it? Now it is giving me the answer also. So this is the concept of your NLP. Now, like suppose I have an image. Let's take it. If I see if I have any image over here, this India is there. Is there any other image? Okay, let's take this India image. So I want to get the similar images for me. So what I'll do it is over here, you see there is a search by image. Now I'm going to give it over here, upload. I'm going to desktop. I hope that I have India over here. Yeah, India. I'm taking it. I'm giving the image. That's it. See, this is an image. Okay. Now, if you check it out, This is the image we are giving it. I'll give it as this part. Let's see this. Now, it is giving me Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and Haryana. See this. I selected a particular area. I got that area details over here. Can you see it? So it was able to read that image, and it is going to get the all those details from that particular part of the image. How it is happening, that is the beauty of your deep learning with computer vision. Okay, but you know, they are having a limitation. As I explained you, if you give a data, it will learn from the data and it will do the stuff. Okay, it will write, like you are giving some question answers to the students and they are learning and they are writing the answer. Okay, but if you take a researcher, he will have the previous knowledge. Based on the knowledge, he will be doing the research work to get the new results. This is called as generative AI. So generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that focus on creating altogether new content, and it is a subset of deep learning and reinforcement learning. Now, you may ask me, what is this reinforcement learning? This is a future, guys. This is the future. Okay. Now, what is that is, I told you, see, if you take it, AI, ML, DL, all are data oriented. What I mean by that is they are dependent, or they are completely dependent on data. Okay, if this is the data, so if you give the data only, they will become intelligent. This will become intelligent and they will start doing it. Your ML, machine learning, your DL, deep learning, your generative AI, all these things are based on the data. Now reinforce, that means data, who is going to get the data, guys? Data is provided by the humans. So these all systems are human dependent. This data, okay? Now who will get this? Humans should get the data. Who will give this? Humans will give the data. Okay, so these systems, whatever we are having, one is ML, next one is like AI systems, DL and generative AI, all these things, whatever is there till now, all these are, human dependent. Now, as we enter into the next level, as I told you, there are 3 levels will be there: artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, artificial super intelligence. And we are in this. Now, as we are stepping into this, you don't need, the model doesn't require human intervention. They are not dependent on the human. They will learn from their own experience. The model will learn from their own experience. That is called as reinforcement learning. So you will learn from your own experience. That is called as trial and error basis. That comes under the category of reinforcement. This is future. No doubt this is future. If someone who are doing studies, I know that most of you will be doing the studies or planning to go to the US and all those things. If you get an opportunity to do it, a research work on the reinforcement, please prefer that. Now, all the companies like OpenAI, Google, okay, all this, Microsoft, they are putting all their efforts on the field of reinforcement learning. Okay, this is the future. No doubt about that. Okay, now This is what it is. This is again, we are nowhere near nemesis. It may take like at least like, there are some models are there with the reinforcement, not so sophisticated. We may take like 5 to 10 years more to enter into the AGI. Or by 2015, 2050, we will be there matured systems in AGI. Like approximately 20-25 years, you will be there in the AGI, where the systems will be very much sophisticated, and they have the even like feelings, intelligence, everything, where they can think and do the things on their own. There's no need of human intervention. All we have to do it is develop them and leave it, and they will do the rest of the things. Okay, that is what it will happen in the reinforcement learning. Okay, now that is what it is here. It is a deep learning and the reinforcement learning. Now it can generate the outputs like text generation. Means you can, if you give, you can generate the text altogether. Yesterday I showed you artificial intelligence. I asked how it generated the text. I am sure that you will not find the exact text, exact pattern with exact terms anywhere in any of the websites. This all is being generated. Now, image generation and audio generation and music generation, all these things you can generate it with the generative AI. Now, there are some things you should understand. Now, before getting into that, I just wanted to show you a few things over here. Like yesterday, we have seen it some. Now, I can write it like text generation over here. See, write a poem about like India. Let's give it. Write a poem about India. Now you see this, it will write a poem about India. India, my land, where rivers sings, where the Sikhs once roamed. This all is completely a big poem. Now I am writing it once again. See this. Okay, I will alter this one. I'll make it within 5 lines. 5 lines. Where rivers, mountains, languages, and culture is involved. Now you see this, you will get it as 5 lines, just 5 lines. You can see the India flows, rivers are there, mountains are there, languages are there, the culture they are talking about. All these things. Now, if I do it the same thing once again, it will generate the other one. Here it is. This is slightly different. Flows, the India flows like rivers through time and grace. Here you can see where rivers sing and mountains rise. This is again 5 lines about India, but different. This is, you will not find anywhere, that's for sure. This is being generated instantly. That is what, like that yesterday I showed you the image generation, audio generation, video generation, how exactly it works. Okay, I'm copying this. Okay, now let's see this one over here. Okay. Okay, this is where it will happen. Now, as I explained you the internal mechanism over here, there are few terms we have to understand over here. Let's see them. See, I told you, I've been constantly saying this. There will be a model. You will be giving a very, very large volume of data over here to this model. Okay, this model like this. And this model will become intelligent. Okay, because this is very large volume of data. Like as I told you, it will be a petabytes of the data will be there. 1 second, guys. Okay, petabytes of the data, and this data you are going to give it to the model like this model. And this model will become intelligent with this data. And what will happen is, and if you ask a question, then it will generate the answers. Remember that. It will generate the answers. Okay, it is not only like, it will not able, it is not just respond to the answer, but question, it will generate the answers altogether new concepts it will come up with, and it will generate the answers. Now here this is, as I told you, they are called as LLM, large language models. I explained you yesterday what is a language model, which deals with the linguistic data, is called as language model. Okay, that is a language related stuff is called as language model. If you are dealing with a language model for a specific purpose, we call it as small language models. Small language models. And if you are having a large data, then it is called as large language models. And if this model is designed to deal with multiple tasks like image generation, text generation, and audio. Now, ChatGPT, yesterday I showed you, you can generate an image and you can generate a text. That type of models, we call it as multi-model. Model, this is not spelling mistake, that is the way it represented, model. Okay, multi-model. Okay, now there are some specific models are there. DALL-E is used for the image generation, and the Gemini is there, that is for the text. Now I'm talking about the basic Gemini that is used for the text generation, but ChatGPT is multimodal. You can do the multiple stuff over here. Okay, now this is different companies are having different names over here. There are some like here I told you, that is ChatGPT is being developed by OpenAI, and now Gemini is being developed by Google. And here we are having like Llama is developed by Meta. Meta is a company, that is a Facebook company. These are the different. Now this is open source. This is open source. Open source means it is completely free. And the code from how it written, everything will be open. And these are closed source, means if you want to use this one for your own projects, then you have to pay them and you have to take the license and you have to use the activation through activation key. We are going to do it. Now let's see this. So this I'm going to do it like I'm going to do the code. It's a simple code, 3-4 lines code, and you can see that you can ask some questions and it will start giving you the answers as that of your ChatGPT. Okay, or like Gemini, or whatever questions you will ask, it will get you the answer, and the code will be pretty simple. So here already this GPT and Gemini and Llama, these all are already trained. Okay, already trained over here. This comes under the category, they call it as pre-trained. Okay, these models are pre-trained. Now, when it comes to the case of, suppose I want to use the same, this is the pre-trained one. Okay, I'm taking the same. Okay, I'm having this pre-trained one. Okay, now this pre-trained one will have the, a general information, a very much general information. It will have it. It will not have any specific information, like a specific information about a private information, what we call it as, that information will not have over here. Okay, so now you want this one to use this. Now let's take it as this is GPT. Okay, OpenAI GPT. Now, let's not take OpenAI GPT. Let's take it Llama, because Llama is open source. Over here. And what will happen over here is, if you are this is already trained. This is a pre-trained one, we call it as. Now, this pre-trained one, what we want to do it is, I want to also give my private data of our companies. Like, for example, let's take it, you have a chain of companies, like, let's take it as like Reliance, or you can take it as Tata's. Okay, Tata is almost in all the sector. Okay, but as of now, the data between the Tata is not shared. Now, what I wanted to do it is, I want to give this all private data of the Tata employees to this one. But if I give it to this one, it will become public, because everyone can get all those details. So it will be a problem. So what you're going to do it is, you are going to get this one to your local system. Now, this is available online. You are going to download this one to your local system. And then you will give your private data to this. You will train the model, this model, with your private data. This is your private data or confidential data. And what happens? This is already trained. This is the model I downloaded. This is already trained. Now, what you are doing, you are giving your model the private data. So what will happen? Your model will be having the global information as well as your private information, right? This process of training the model with a task-specific data, this is called as fine-tuning. This is called as fine-tuning. Now, this is what you are going to do it. Utilizing this one, using this one is okay, you are using this, but getting that one to your local system means local server, it should be a very high-end local server, and to that you are giving your own data is called as fine-tuning, remember that. And to this, to get it this one down, so we are having something called as Ollama. Ollama is an environment or a platform through which we can get it down this one, and you can. Now, we talked about this one in our course also. If you can see it, our course content, sorry, not here, here it is, our course content. If you see the generative AI, here I told you Ollama. Here you see Ollama. Ollama is a platform on through which we using that we can download the any LLMs, and we can train it as per our requirement. Now, one more thing is that why I went to with this Llama, why not with this Gemini or GPT? Because these are closed source, they are paid versions. So pre-training them will be pretty expensive, as well as it is very complicated. This is an open source, it is pretty easy to do it. Okay, it's very easy to get it down to our system and do it. But these are very, very powerful than this one. But this is a freeware, so you can do it as per your requirement. I'm not saying that we can't do it this way. We can do it, but it is very expensive and very complicated process it is. Okay, so this is the way, you will be doing that things with that. Now, as I showed you this one also, now this is my pre-trained model. Now you know what is a pre-trained and fine-tuning. This is my pre-trained LLM. There are some, some task will be there. Yesterday, I'm saying on the other day, I was asking the temperature of a particular city. Now this model is saying that I'm not able to get that one because it is not having a live or the recent data. It's not trained with the recent data, and it suggested me a link. Go over here and do that. Now, to avoid such kind of embarrassment, sometimes you are asking the llama and says LLM asking some question and it is saying no, I can't do it, I can't because I'm not having that. Instead of avoiding that, what I can do it is I will create an agent. I will create an agent over here. This is an agent. Agent is nothing but it is a small program. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of this program is it is going to go and fetch the temperature from relevant website. Whatever the link it was giving me, that link I will give it to it. So whenever someone asks a question like get me a temperature or what is the weather status, then this agent will trigger. This agent will trigger and it will go and get it. Again, of course, this is being done by our prompt. We are giving a prompt. What is the prompt means? We are asking a question here. You see, I asked a question, write a poem about India with maximum 5 lines where rivers, mountains, languages, culture is involved. So this, I'm asking a question. This question, we call it as prompt. We call it as prompt. Okay. Now this, it's like this, guys. You are having a very, very powerful tool in front of you, that is GPTs or LLMs. Now it's up to you how you want to utilize this. You can utilize it to the maximum extent and the things will be amazing. That if you are giving like 10 lines query also, or a 10 lines prompt, we call it as, then it will get you more and more precise answer, whatever you wanted. So if you are giving only 1 line, then it will be answer will be like this. Where I gave it just one, write a poem about India, then it is giving like this. Just I added some more lines, write a poem about India with maximum 5 lines and so I gave it. I got it a precise answer. So the more and more details you are going to provide, then you are going to get the better answer over here. This is called as prompt. Okay, remember that. Now here, this, we are giving a prompt. Okay, this prompt is related to that of a temperature. Then immediately this agent will be triggered. This agent will be triggered, and this agent role is to just go and fetch the temperature and give it. Now, this agent will not do any other things except then fetching the temperature. Okay. Now, suppose you are having one more agent, like you want to do some calculations. Maybe your prompt is to do some calculations. So there will be one more agent which is connected to a tool called as calculator. And whenever there is a question, whenever a prompt is coming down, now you know this terminology, whenever a prompt is coming down related to some calculations, then this agent is triggered and this agent will use this tool. This is called as tool. Remember this. This is again the temperature where it is fetching. That is a tool. Here calculator is a tool. And then it will get the data and it will give you. Now, these type of agents are called as generative AI agents. These agents, we call it as generative AI agents. Okay, where these agents are completely dependent on the prompt and the data what is generated by this. Whatever the data is generated based on the prompt and data generated, it will utilize that and it will do the necessary task. Okay, again, there will be something like a task specific or React. Okay, React agent, we call it as React agent, or task specific agent, we call it as. Especially for a particular scenario only, they will be reacting. Okay, using the data what is generated, they are called as generative AI agents. Now, again, one more very important thing. As I was saying it just now, like if you are giving a prompt, okay, based on the prompt, this will give you the answer. Literally, the more and more details you provide about in the prompt, the better you are going to get the results. Okay, the more and more details you will provide it, the better will be the answer. Now, this is just like a art of writing the prompt. This art of writing the prompt, there is a special job role called as prompt engineering. This is called as prompt engineering. Again, they are not much about the technical stuff, but they know how to utilize this one to the maximum extent. Okay, now these people cannot create the agents and all those things. They are just have the art of writing the prompt and they will get the output. Okay. Clear? Now we have seen some of the very important terminologies. First one is what is a pre-trained, what is how we are going to get these LLMs and we can do it, and what is the fine-tuning. Fine-tuning is getting the LLM to our local system and training with our own data. Now, it's not mandatory to get it all the time to the local system, but it is strongly recommended, because once you train an online LLM or fine-tune online LLM, then your data will be completely public. Okay, so it is always strongly recommended to get that data into your local system and do it. And the third one is you are having a prompt, you are giving a prompt to this, and this will we will use the agents over here. That agents we will be having a specific task. And these agents, they are connected with the tools, and these agents we call it as usually React agents. And these agents will not, they will do some task. Okay, they will be doing some task. For performing the task, it will rely on the prompt and the data which is generated and the tool. These three things it will rely, and it will do that. It is a task specific agents we will call it as. Now, there is something called as, again, prompt engineering, you know it. There is something called as agentic AI. One second, guys. Just give me a second. I will tell you, Kanchana, just give me a minute. I will give you. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay, sorry for that. Agentic AI. Now, the beauty of the agentic AI is you will have a task. Okay? You will have a task. And what it will do is like, it will autonomously, these agents, agentic AI agents, I'm talking about in agentic AI, what exactly happens? In agentic AI, we are mostly we will deal with the agents inside this, most intelligent agents. What they will do it is they will analyze the situation, and they know what action it has to take. They will take it on their own. They will not rely on any of the external commands to come up. so that they can do the task. Okay, they will analyze the scenario situation and they will call it as perception. Okay, and then we will go through the different sources what is available, that we call it as reasoning, and then we will perform the task. Okay, and after performing the task, it will remember that task, how what task it achieved, how it achieved that particular task, so that it can perform it for the future things. Okay, now I will give you in a short way, I will explain you over here. An agentic AI, it is a branch of artificial intelligence, or we can say it as class of artificial intelligence systems, okay, that are designed, specially designed to perform, or like to exhibit, I will say, exhibit high degree of, high level of autonomy, decision making, I can say it capability, and goal oriented behavior. Okay, again, very important thing is over here, with minimum human intervention, minimum, very minimum human intervention, with minimal human intervention. Okay, this is what is called as agentic AI. So it is a class of artificial intelligence systems that's specially designed to exhibit a high level of autonomy. That is, it can decide everything. So that is what is called as, and it will make the decisions on its own, and it can analyze, and it will take the decisions on its own, and it is a goal oriented stuff. And these are also, sometimes it is referred as autonomous AI. It is also referred as autonomous AI. Now, how it will work? Okay, so there are, as I told you, if there is a prompt is coming, just say that if there is a prompt is being given to this. Okay, this is our AI agent. Let's take it as this is our AI agent. So not agent, agentic AI. AI agent. Okay. Now here you are giving a prompt. Okay. Now that can be any prompt, simple prompt it will. So if you are getting a prompt over here, now the beauty of this agentic AI system is, I will write it down over here. AI agent. Now, what this will do is that first step is, I'm just giving it the first step as, it will understand the goal. It will understand the goal first. Okay? Goal. Second one is, next one is figures out the steps how to achieve that goal. Okay, figures out the steps to achieve the goal. Okay, next one is uses the necessary tools to achieve the goal. It selects the tools to achieve the goals. Select the tools, necessary tools, or we can say it as right tools to achieve the goal. Okay, and the last thing what it will do is it will adopt as it goes. Like it will learn from this and it will adopt it. Like it will learn after generating the output, the tools, and after performing the task, it will learn from the task or goal. What is recent activities? Learn from the goal. Now, what it will do is like it will understand the goal, figures out the steps to achieve the goal, and next one is select the right tools to achieve the goal and learn from the goal. That is a beauty. Next time similar thing comes, it will perform more effectively because it's already know the steps, already know the tools. It will do it in a very, very quick fashion. Okay. Now, always remember, agentic AI is performed in 4-step process. Agentic AI agents, okay, execute the task in 4-step process. Okay. Now, what it will do is like whatever may be the request coming from the user. Let's show you. This is the request coming from the user, or what we call it as prompt, user request. Now, this is my agent. Let's take it. This is my agentic AI agent. Okay. Now, this agentic AI agent usually acts on 4-step process. Again, this is for our general terminology to make you understand. But actually, in the professional terminology, we will say it as there are 4-step process will be there. What are those 4-step process is? First one is perception. Okay, we call it as perception. I will use it over here. What do you mean by perception is analyzing the situation. That is nothing but understanding the goal. Okay. Next one, we will call it as reasoning. Reasoning. Now, reasoning means like, you know, what steps, decision making in some, you are considering all the parameters and you are making a decision that how you will achieve this task. Okay, how you will achieve this. Perception, you will analyze the situation. Reasoning, you will, after analyzing whatever the output is coming down over here, based on that, you are going to take a decision how to achieve the task. Okay. Now, the third one is action. Okay. Of course, in the action, we will know that what are the things to achieve with the help of the tools. Okay. With the help of the tools, what are the things, what are the actions we have to take it. We will take the use of the, because in the reasoning only, we will know what tools we have to do it. And based on that, you will take an action. And after the action, this will remember, this will store this activity in the memory, which we call it as learning. Okay. Any agentic AI agent will perform this. Okay, any agentic AI agent will perform this. Okay, remember that. Okay, one thing I will show you. Okay, now let's take it over here. Now there may be a bit of complicated situation. There will be a lot of complicated situations will be there. Now, this is a basic and agentic AI agent will do it. Now, what is the difference between generative AI and agentic AI? Generative AI agent is perform the task based on the prompt, a specific task based on the prompt with the help of data which is generated by the LLM. With the help of the data which is generated by the LLM. That's for sure. It will take the help of the data generated by the LLM and it will perform the necessary task over there. That is generative AI. And what is agentic AI? It will take the task, it will analyze, it will select the tools, it will do the task, and it will learn by itself. So this is the difference. Now, sometimes, now here we have taken this one. Now, what exactly happens is sometimes our task has to be performed in the multiple steps. Now, see this, like for example, I'm just giving it, like there is an agent is there over here. This is our agentic AI agent. And this agentic AI agent, it analyzed the task and it felt that this goal has to be achieved in 4 stages. Okay, this goal is to be achieved in the 4 stages. Now, when we want to achieve the goal in the 4 stages, now it will not, so each stage means this, each stage. So it is achieving, it is going through the goal and it is performing the things. This is called as each stage. But when it comes to the multiple stage, what this agentic AI agent will be doing, it will generate multiple agents over here. Like this, small multiple agents, which can perform the task. Okay, just a minute. I will take a screenshot of this. Just a minute. We don't need it. I'll take this one. This is my first agent, sub agent. You can take it as. Okay. This agent will be designed for performing it first stage task. Then there will be second agent, which will perform the second stage task. And there will be third agent, which will perform the third stage task. Who will handle them? This is handled by our agent A, and this will allocate the task to the first agent. This is, let's take it as B. This second stage task is allocated to C. Third stage task is allocated to D. Okay, now try to understand this. This is the major task. This task is divided into 4 parts and 3 parts, and 3 parts it is allocated a different agent. Each agent will, perception and reasoning, action and learning, all these things will be done by it. And these 3 will be monitored by this agent. Okay, and they all are independent tasks. They are not dependent. Okay, they are not dependent, because if it is dependent, once this has to be done to complete this one, and then this has to be done, then complete this one. Then in that, there is no point in making the 3 different or 4 different agents. Only one agent can do it if it is a dependent task. If it is independent task, then it will trigger the multiple agents. Who will decide this? Agent A. Okay. This is the beauty of agentic AI. Okay. So hope you got the difference between your agentic AI and your generative AI and normal AI agent. Normal AI agent, you will give a prompt. It will take the action according to the prompt based on the tool what is allocated. Generative AI, it will do the task based on the prompt with the help of data which is generated. Okay, data which is generated. Now, a simple example here, I will give it as generative AI agent. Now, I'm giving it something like this. Just imagine, guys. First, I'm saying, and what is the capital of India? And please provide current temperature in current temperature. That's it. This is my prompt. Now, as a human, can you tell me what is this says? You will say that in a simple terminology, they want to know the temperature of Delhi. That's it. Okay? Clear? Pop. Or you can say it as please provide population and current temperature. So what it will do is like, first, if you want to, your agent has to be triggered over here to get the temperature. Right, your agent has to be given trigger for getting the temperature, because our LLM will not give you the sorry, this is, I'm talking about agentic AI here. Our LLM will not be in a position to get the current temperature over there. So what our LLM will do is like, it will take the first question, first part of the prompt. What is the first part of the prompt? Okay, here, first part of the prompt says, what is the capital of India? So our LLM will get you the capital of India. Who is generating this? LLM. That is Delhi. And then this Delhi information will be given to our agent. Okay. Then agent uses the Delhi information and it will contact the tool which provides the temperature and it will get it. This is the process of your generative AI agent. Okay. Whereas here in this case, you will just ask a question. That's it. It will do the rest of the things. Of course, it requires an LLM. Of course, it requires an LLM and it will take care of everything. No need to do anything. It will take care of anything with a minimum human intervention. Okay, that is what the major difference between your agentic AI, generative AI, and normal AI. Normal AI agent, just you will trigger it for, there's no need of directly you will give it, get me the temperature of Delhi. Then it will go and fetch it. There's no need of LLM in the says it requires the LLM, but it is not dependent on the data what is generated by the LLM over here. That is the major difference. Now, this is the major difference, guys. So now, hope you have the basic understanding of this, how it goes on with. Okay. Now, I tried my level best to put it in a brief, in a short way. Okay, let's do the coding part. Okay, as I told you, we will be doing a bit of coding stuff. 1 second, guys. Okay, now one thing you should understand here, the coding part you should understand. See, as I told you, we know that, I don't know like how many you are coming from the programming background or what it is. I'm assuming that you don't know anything. Okay. Now you see this, you will understand this process of coding. Okay. Literally, we are doing an LLM code. Literally. Okay. Now we know that. Okay. We know that. Oh, first, there are LLMs. Like there are some LLMs are there, very popular LLMs, like OpenAI LLMs are there, Gemini LLM is there, Anthrax LLM is there, and Falcon LLM is there, Llama LLM is there. All these like Meta LLMs are there. I'm taking one LLM. Okay, this LLM, I'm going to get it to my coding environment. How I will get it? With the help of API. With the help of API. API is nothing but it is providing us the access to use this LLM. Let's take it as this is a GPT-4. Okay, I'm taking the license to use this one, and I will not use it, so I will have a key to this API key. Using that API key, I will get the access to this, and I'm going to get this one. But to utilize this one, we need a framework over here. We need a framework. That framework is nothing but your LangChain. There are many are there. LangChain is there. There is Crew is there. There is LangGraph is there, and there are many more are there. Krog is there. All these things are different frameworks. So we are going to get this one. Using this framework, I will utilize the LLM over here. And then you ask a question and it will give you the answer. That's it, as simple as that. Okay, if you understand this, you will know that diagrammatical or geometrical representation, we will do the coding part. Okay, now let's see this. First, I will take it again. I'm taking a Colab. No need to do any installation, nothing. Colab can directly work for us. So I'm taking it over here. Here we asked about the poem. That's fine. So here I'm taking the Colab. Colab is an online version where we will write the code. This is called as IDE. In order to write the code, we need a software. This is an online version. No need to install anything. Here it is Colab is there readily available for me. Okay. Now this Colab is a Google one. I'm taking it. Now all you require for this is a Google account. Now you can see this. Now, first, I'll write it as OpenAI demo. Okay. Here, first we need a API key. Now, yesterday I showed you how to get it. Here we have platform OpenAI. I already have an account. Here is my account. So I'm creating an API key over here. I'm creating a new API key. This is an already yesterday one. I'm deleting it. Okay. And again, this API key, I'm showing it, but I will delete this one after this program. So don't write out using this one. But if you want it, means you have to recharge this one with the $5 or $10, whatever you want to, and then you can start using this. Okay. Now I'm giving a name over here. Name, I'm giving it as, let's take it as Gen AI demo. I give it. And of course, it is a default project. I will give it over here. Then I will say create. Then it is created. I'm copying it. It's a very lengthy key will be there. Very, very lengthy key. This is a copy. I've done it. And I will store it in a notebook. Let's stay for now. Maybe again. Okay, here I'm having it. I'll use a notebook over here. This is a key. See the length of the key. Okay, now I'm taking it. I'm done. So I will go over here. So in order to import this one, I'm getting this, sorry, this one. I'm getting this one to our, I have to use the API key. So I'm using the API key over here. First, import OS. OS is an operating system level operations, whatever you want to do it, we will be using the OS library. Now there is OS dot, the first time it will take some time. Let it go on. Let's finish because it is the first time it has to connect to the Python servers and all those things. So it will take some time. Now next time onwards, it will be very, very fast. You see, if I execute it once again, it will be very fast. Okay. Now here, what I'll do it is, okay, not here. Next one. I will give it as over here. Environ. There is something called as environ. Inside this, you give it as what type of key it is. This is an environment variable, guys. That allow us to get the external keys into this environment. Our collab, it will allow us. What key we are getting it? We are getting OpenAI underscore API underscore key. Now this is the same, you have to use it. We can't use it as we like. This is the same, we have to use it. Okay. Again, here, sorry, this I have to give the square brackets, not the. This is a strict rules, guys. That's it. We have to follow. Nothing logical we have to think. Now, I will give it as over here, my key. I'm pasting the key. Okay, so let me see this. It is started and it is ended over here. Just a minute. Yeah, here I have to give it. Let me check it out, the ending of the key in our. Yeah, I got it over here. Here is the ending of that. Okay. Now here, this is the one. If I run it, it will get the access to my OpenAI account. Clear? Now we have done it. So now, as I told you, we have to use the LangChain over here. LangChain. So I'm going to import the LangChain over here. Simple. This is a framework. Again, you have to install it if it is not there. How to install means you have to go with pip install LangChain. That's it. Then it will install the LangChain. It will take few seconds because it's already there for me. It will be done very quickly. Over here. Okay, I have it, LangChain. Import LangChain first. Now, under the LangChain, there is something called as from LangChain. Now, this is ready, guys. This is ready. This part is done. We are getting this one in our environment. This is our environment. Let's take it. This is our environment. I got it into our Jupyter notebook. Now I'm connecting this one to my LangChain. In order to connect to the LangChain, we are having something called as LangChain underscore OpenAI. Now it is not installed. I'm going to install it. So I will give it as a pip install LangChain hyphen OpenAI. Let's see this. Yeah, it is done. Okay. Now let's see this one now. LangChain. Import. I will use it. Chat Open AI. Chat Open AI. Can you see this? Now, again, there's a normal LLM was also there, OpenAI. Just I'm doing the chat OpenAI. This is helps us to chat it. Okay. Now we got it. Now I will create a model with this. Model means this model. I was continuously saying this is our LLM model. This is our LLM model. This is our LLM model. All the time I was saying it, right? That I'm creating it now. Okay. Now I'm giving it, see, LangChain allow us to create the LLM model with the help of this. But we should have the access to the OpenAI with the help of this, with the key. So this is the key which is giving us the access to the LLM models, and LangChain allow us to create the LLM models with the chat OpenAI. Again, there are different ways are there. Now I'm creating it. Chat OpenAI. Now, yesterday I showed you there will be a lot of models are there. We can choose one of them. I'm choosing one of them over here. That is GPT-4. That's it. And I will give a name called as model. Okay, there is an error. Okay, I will give it as model here. Model is equals to, yeah, it is got it. So I'm giving a model is equals to GPT. That is, go to the GPT site, get me the GPT-4 model, and that I'm using with the LangChain chat OpenAI, which is helps us to connect the LangChain with our OpenAI. I got the model over here. Now here, model, here, you can see it. Okay, all the root and connectivity, everything you can see it over here. Now, simple guys. Take open model dot, there is something called as invoke. In the invoke, you give your query prompt, whatever you want to know. Okay, you can give it as about generative AI. Explain about generative AI. Now, this will give us the output, guys. That output, I will store it in a variable called as response. Okay. Now, here, this response is there inside this now. Inside this, there is a response. It's going on. It is getting the details about the chat generative AI, and that is there inside this. Now, if you see this response, you can see you got it so much data over here. But there is a, it's also a metadata. Metadata it is called. Why it is called as metadata means apart from our results, it will give you so many other details. Okay, apart from our core thing, it will give us so many other details. So here you can see generative AI is a subset of artificial intelligence that uses the computer algorithms to automatically generate something. This can invoke something like this. You can see it. Okay. Now here you can see this. This is called as metadata, which is not related to. Here you see model name is GPT-4 0.0613. And when you get the data with your request along with that other information, that is called as metadata. Usually metadata consists of all the information related to that, how it is getting, what it is doing. Now you don't want this. I wanted only this part, whatever is there. This is under content. Can you see it? So all I will do it is response dot content. Now I've done something response spelling wrong. Yes. See, I got it all the information about this one. See it, complete information about this. generative AI, it is showing us. Now, okay, that's fine. This is all about generative AI. I don't want generative AI. I want to know about the agentic AI. Will it change? Of course, it will change. Response. It is fetching the data. Okay, it got it. See, I got it about agentic. Look at this. Now, if I do it, I will get it about the agentic AI. That's it. Agentic AI refers to the branch of artificial intelligence that is designed, operate, and make the decisions independently with the specific framework or a set of rules. Now, literally, we have created an alternative of your chat GPT. Here you ask the question, it will get you the same. What is generative AI? Of course, it will get you a bit more information because it is using a sophisticated model. See, it is giving us a bit more information in a proper organized manner. But ours is a raw one. It is a raw. We don't have any UI, nothing rules, because we can define how we can have our outputs, how our output should be there. All these things we can define it very well. We can define it. Okay. But this is what I'm doing is I'm showing you how simple it is. You don't need to be an expert with the programming. This, I don't think so. You have to do something logic to import this. Import OS. This is similar. If you are using the Gemini, change the key of this one. Gemini open API key and use the Gemini open API key. And here install LangChain, and this all is pretty much same. Nothing you have to do, just import it, LangChain. Once you do it repeatedly, you will be doing it again. And here, the model creation is same. Same model creation over here. And to that model creation, you add the invoke and give it. This is a basic model you create. Basic LLM you create. Clear, guys? Now, this is the code. Now, what? Okay. Now, here ends, I'm deleting this one, guys. In this key. Okay. Now, what is the, like, hope you got it, like, what is AI, generative AI, agentic AI, deep learning, machine learning? Now, you should be crystal clear about the things. Now, it's your that whether you want to enroll or want to skip off. It's up to you. So I tried my level best, but all these things, how I did it, we are going to learn in the same fashion. How I wrote the code right away, I will do it in the same way. In entire course, I will write the code right away in front of you. And again, I'm saying you may feel that the deep learning is a bit coding is there, but generative AI will be damn easy. It's a predefined steps, and then you have to move forward. That's it. Okay, guys, any questions you have it, please? Any questions? And today will be the last day of our demo. Tomorrow, from tomorrow, our link will be changed. That will be the people who are enrolled will be a part of this. So we will start with the basic Python, whatever we required for this all coding right stuff that we are going to do it. Then we will do a little bit of pre-processing stuff. That is big because I want to make you familiar with the terminology. And then once we enter into the deep learning, we are building up the foundation for the generative AI. And once you are in generative AI, whatever the coding you have seen it, that you are doing in the extreme level. That's it. Okay. Then I'm giving it once again my contact number. If you have anything, you can just call me up. 32 is my contact number over here. I'll just increase the font. So if you have any queries, you can call me up directly if they are not answered. So I'll be very happy to help you out to understand the things and clear all your doubts. Okay. And at least in this process, we are going to do at least minimum every topic we will be doing two projects like deep learning, 2 projects, NLP and CNN, and generative AI, at least minimum 2 projects, and agentic AI also minimum 2 to 3 projects we are going to do it. And those projects will be of this level, like multiple tasks like this, where an agent will be triggering up the other agents and it will review the outputs of that, and then it will give us the final output. Okay, this is the way it will go. So, chalo guys, I'm stopping it over here.
Arjun,
Yes,
so like a course duration is 90 days,
it's not 90 days, it is 100 classes.
100 classes, and
100 classes, and my request, yes.
each session is like 1 hour or 1.5 hour.
It may like 1 hour 15 minutes to 1.5 hours, because after this the most of the people will be rushing to the office, so we kept it like 1 hour 15 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes, not more than that.
Okay, so
And
now it's
yeah,
so like generally whatever these models, right? So are we going to means like are you going to explain integrate with cloud like AWS and front end like prompt how we see the chat GPT, right? Like that that
the
front end.
basic stuff I will give you, how we can
Mhm.
create a front end so that you can get the data and you will see the response. I can do that. I can do it, and basic front end kind of. Now, don't expect a JavaScript front end. Like, we can use the basic front end over there and we can do it. Now, usually what happens means there will be a specialized front end people will be there in an organization. You know it. Okay, then those people will be designing the front end. We have to integrate our LLMs or models to that one. That level I will definitely show you, and I will create a small front end, and so that we can enter. Now here I was giving the prompt over here. Like, where's this? 1 second. Here I'm giving the prompt on my own over here in the code. Here I'm giving it. Explain about. Now this I will enter it you through the front end UI part.
Okay.
Okay.
And how about like integration with cloud?
It depends upon, like, if you want to integrate, we can do it, but yeah, I can do it and I can implement it with the AWS. I can just deploy this one in the AWS kind of stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
I just have 2 questions, sir. So the one you showed us like is some like the code which we generated now, right, sir? So that is actually like similar to an API call in the real time. Like instead of an API where we have a URL, we'll just give the prompt, and this prompt actually invokes the LLM in the backend, and which is GPT-4, and it is fetching the result. Is the understanding correct?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was saying. It is very easy to write the code because we are connected with the APIs all the time. Okay, a bit complicated when you go with the different agents. Again, the agents also, there will be a coding template. We will follow the coding template and we will create the agents, like which agent will be connected to the which tool and what are the available tools are there. We will connect to the agents, and based on the output what we are getting over here, now how we got the output, that output we will pass it on to our agents. That's it. It's very simple. If you are coming from a Java background, .NET background, or a Python background where you are doing a UI coding, that is very complicated. It is like you are putting like 30-40% of the efforts what you are doing it right now. And that's for sure. It's very easy to write the code.
And second question I have is like, is there any certification kind of thing like where we can like generally we'll have for every like AWS we have some AWS certified provided by Amazon, right? Like that, is there any certification for this AI? Like
There
as of
are,
now,
yeah, please go ahead.
no. So that once we complete the once we complete this course, after that we can get that certification. Means it will have additional value, right? So is there anything like that which is like a
See,
standard one?
see, there are like a lot of certifications you can do it. There is a LangChain certification is there, and there is a deep learning certification is there. There is autonomous AI agent certifications is there, and there is a TensorFlow certification is there. Now, again, overall, these concepts are very, very vast. Okay, these concepts are really very vast. So each and every concept is having their own certification. Now, which one you want to take? It's not like if you are working on the Java, we will do a Java certification, then it's done. No, it's not like that. There will be Python certificates will be there, certifications will be there. There will be like deep learning certification will be there. There will be agentic AI certification or generative AI reinforcement learning certifications. It depends on that. Yes, there are certifications. And each concept, what I mentioned, is like whatever I'm going to give it. I will try my level best to give you the complete understanding of the process. But I will never say that that is the end. I will keep that one, whatever I given, you keep that as a foundation and you will choose your area and you will move forward. Okay, in that
Yeah.
sector. Now, again, whatever I will give it, it is very easy for you to implement your projects. That's I can guarantee. Okay, but I will, if you want to survive in this fast-paced technologies, then you have to choose a particular area and become an expert into that. Okay, now we will learn the deep learning. We will learn the agentic AI. We will learn the generative AI. Now you choose which one you want to make your career. You have the career options in the deep learning. You have the career options in the generative AI. You have the career options in the agentic AI. It's up to you which one you want to go with. And you have to spend a lot and lot of time to learn because every day the new tools are coming, technologies are changing, especially on the latest ones like generative AI and agentic AI. Agentic AI, it's only like 6 to 8 months since it is boomed up and we are implementing it. So whatever I'm teaching will be enough for you to implement a real-time project. But you have to choose your career. Now, if you want to go with agentic AI as your career, then you have to make your certifications on the agentic AI. No, I want to go with the deep learning with generative AI. There are deep learning with generative AI certifications are there, which you can use it. Okay? Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
So, any more? Yes.
In this course, like Python, kind of pandas or data frames. So, like any sessions will take like at a high level. You mentioned that fundamentals you're going to tell, right?
See,
What are used to this project, this AI?
See, if you just imagine Python itself, if I teach you the Python in detail, that itself will take 3 to 4 months.
Yes, yes. Just I'm asking like
So
like at
obviously I
overall.
can't give you the complete Python. So what are the concepts which are required for us in this? Then we are going to, I will give you in this 1 week or 10 days time, whatever we are having that Python time, I will give it. That we will start it from tomorrow itself. And then as we move, NumPy is there, Pandas is there. This all I'm going to give it in depth from our course prospect. From our course prospects, I will give you complete information. And because if these foundations are strong, then only I can make it implementation very easy for me when I'm doing the deep learning or generative AI or agentic AI. Okay, so this all I will give you as per our course requirement. I will, whatever the content is mentioned in the course curriculum, they all will be covered. That's for sure.
Okay. And one more question, like other than this GPT models, right? LLM models. So, is there any way to cover like in AWS side, Amazon Bedrock, those kind of thing?
I didn't get it.
No, no. So in the AWS, like we use Bedrock, right?
Mhm.
So those also will cover in this
Oh, no,
course.
no, we will not cover anything of that. Only I will give you a basic understanding of deployment. That's it. That
Okay.
all will not be covered. That is altogether a different concepts. Here, those in AWS, or if you are talking about Azure or any other cloud, they are already integrated some of the models. So all you have
Got
to
it.
do it is get it and do it over there. That's it. You are not aware of what you are doing inside. Who is doing inside, you're not aware of that. Everything will be mostly like drag and drop, or you can do it. But in our case, it's not like that. We are going to learn internally how you will create an agent, how you will allocate a task to agent, how you trigger the agent, and all those things.
Got
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So this is the third session, right? I missed previous sessions.
It is like fourth session.
Oh, okay.
It is a fourth session. The first was like basic understanding of artificial intelligence. I gave it over here, core mechanism. Then I gave it the course content over here, complete course content, whatever is there inside this, with a basic understanding of how they are interrelated. And in the third case, I gave you what is the difference between machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and all these things. And then we went on with the generative AI versus agentic AI in this class.
Got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Any more questions, please? Okay. I'm taking this, I'm ending up the session. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. We will, if you are, again, I'm saying, if you are comfortable, if you feel that the course is able to understand you, or you can enroll it from tomorrow. We will be, the link will be changed. So it's up to you, like, okay. And you have my number. If you have anything, if you have taken the course somewhere else or anywhere else, I don't mind. I love to help you all. So please, if you have anything, you are most welcome to ping me up, or you can call me. But if I'm not taking the call, just ping me up. That would be an ideal way of doing. So I will call you back whenever I'm free. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I'm ending up the session. Thanks a lot.